Ever wondered why Australians sound so fast? Like they're skipping half the words. Well, they're not. Not always, anyway. They're just dropping certain sounds in certain places. Notice how I said certain? Check out the previous video to learn more about that. Today we're talking about the most common one, elision of t. I'm Amanda, a certified accent specialist, and this is part 4 of my connected speech series. In part 3, the one I just told you to go look at, we looked at something called the glottal t, where the tongue movement for t gets replaced by a catch in the throat. Today, we're looking at what happens further along that same continuum when the t fades out almost completely. Same process, faster speech, less sound. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly when and why the t gets dropped in Australian English. And this isn't just going to help your speaking, it's going to improve your listening too, because you'll finally know what you've been missing in fast conversations. Let's get into it. So, what is elision? Elision, also called consonant deletion, is when a sound gets dropped from a word or from the join between two words during natural speech. It happens to make speech flow more smoothly and quickly. And unlike some concepts in English, with elision there are patterns. And those patterns are exactly what we're going to work through today. Today we're focusing on elision of t specifically. And there is one main pattern to know. When a t comes at the end of a word and the next word starts with a consonant sound, the t is held but not released because it's a bit hard to finish the t sound, then reset your mouth to say the consonant sound. So in fast natural speech, it can disappear almost entirely just for ease of pronunciation. So instead of saying last night with a clear t, you get last night. The t's just gone. The n takes over. Here are a few examples. Listen first. Can't go. Not can't go. It's can't go. Might not becomes might not. Last night becomes last night. Might do, not that, it becomes might do. Say it with me. Can't go. Might not. Last night. And here's where something called the NT cluster fits in. Words like can't, won't, don't, isn't, aren't. In these words, the t after the n drops completely in connected speech. So I can't go becomes I can't go. She won't come becomes she won't come. He doesn't know becomes he doesn't know. Now you might be wondering, wait, if the t drops from can't, doesn't it sound like can? In American English, that's actually a fair concern because the vowel in both words sound pretty similar. Can, can't. But in Australian English, we've got a built-in difference. Can uses the short ah sound that's in hat. Can't uses the long ah sound that's in car. So even without the t, can't go still sounds like can't go to an Australian ear because the vowel is doing the work. The t is the first thing to go, but the vowel stays. And this is exactly why learning Australian English in Australia specifically matters. A general English course won't tell you that, but knowing it means you'll never second guess yourself when you hear can't in a fast conversation again. Oh my gosh, and for the love of God, please make it a long vowel sound. If you say it too short, it's going to sound like a word I can't repeat on YouTube because I'll get blocked. So make sure it's the long ah sound and not the short ah sound in up. All right, let's put it into practice. Picture this, it's Monday morning, you're on a phone call with a colleague before the day kicks off. First, just listen. I can't make the last meeting of the day. Might do the afternoon one though. Can you send through the investment report directly? I just need the key points. Now I'll read it again slowly with the elision moments marked. I can't make the last meeting of the day. Might do the afternoon one though. Can you send through the investment report directly? I just need the key points. And now shadow along with me at natural speed. I can't make the last meeting of the day. Might do the afternoon one though. Can you send through the investment report directly? I just need the key points. How did that feel? If you replayed that sentence in your head the first time thinking you missed something, now you know exactly why. So to recap, when t comes at the end of a word and the next word starts with a consonant sound, it gets held and then dropped. This includes the NT cluster in words like can't, won't, and doesn't. And remember, in Australian English, the vowel difference between can and can't means you'll still be understood, even without the T, as long as you make the long vowel sound. You're not trying to sound lazy. You're doing exactly what Australians do naturally. Now, if you want to go deeper on connected speech and have a structured place to practice all of this with real feedback, I run a 6-month pronunciation program called the Australian Pronunciation Studio. Comprehensive video lessons, guided drills, audio shadowing files, live group sessions, and a community of learners working on exactly this. Doors aren't always open, so head to the link in the description to find out what's inside and when the next round opens. I'll catch you in the next one where we cover Elision of de. Cheers.